This video is brought to you by people who like, share, and subscribe to this channel. You can also support my work by buying me a coffee. The Fellowship of Guelphissauga continues, with the mayor flexing his strong powers. He wanted to go full YIMBY mode as he strived for more achievements in his European Inspired SimCity. In a long wish list to the Sunshine Listers, he directed them to lower next year's large tax increase and build more Tower of Saurons. The challenge the mayor faced was if he needed to use his democracy-destroying strong powers or not to achieve his European-inspired dreams. Can Carly of Klassen and the Elder Elves do anything about the housing cost crisis? And will the mayor achieve his goals by flexing his strong powers? In the mayor's office downtown, he was taking in the cleaner view from his office window. The homeless tent encampment was slowly getting cleaned up thanks to the homeless hotels cashing in on the fully funded federal rooms. Greggles of Dorval and the tax sign guy remained united in their protests for affordable housing, and with the tents out of the way, their message was starting to reach the mayor. He hadn't achieved his goal yet of completely clearing the tent encampment downtown. It was still ruining the view from his office window and killing the batteries on his Game Boy of European Inspired SimCity that he's playing on some Game Boy he bought at a garage sale. The mayor rummaged through his YIMBY toolkit, searching for the correct tool for the job. Last summer, he sacrificed his title of biggest tool in town to Lloyd of the Longfields to upgrade his strong mayor powers. He figured it was time to flex his new powerful tool in addressing the housing cost crisis and clearing the tents ruining the view from his office window downtown. He wrote a long wish list to the Sunshine Listers, directing them to work harder at achieving his European-inspired dreams. The mayor also prayed to Elon Musk by posting his wish list on Twitter and showing his power. Using his strong mayor power would not only destroy our democracy, but it would also kill the fragile batteries on his Game Boy, so the mayor made sure to turn the comments off. The first item on the mayor's strong wish list was to put his best foot forward. He had already worsened the housing cost crisis with last year's large tax increase, so he wanted to do something to make it a little less worse. The Sunshine Listers were directed to find ways to cut the Corporation of the Shire's yearly budget to achieve the mayor's goal of making the future cost of housing a little less worse. According to the tax sign guy's correct mathematics, the accumulation of the next several years' planned tax increases totaled to 38% overall, and the mayor didn't like him pointing that out. His first item on his wish list was to set next year's property tax increase at 4% instead of the proposed 10%, causing the tax sign guy to redo his math and remake his sign. The Sunshine Listers set off to complete their task from the strong mayor. They had to figure out how to financially rearrange their books to lower next year's tax increase down to 4%. It proved to be a harder task than the mayor expected with all the heavy expenses already on the books. For instance, the 486 Sunshine Listers making over $100,000 per year at the Corporation of the Shire were standing in the way of the mayor's tax cuts. He also faced financial challenges from the Shire's police force when they demand their overtime pay at homecoming later this year. The tax levy for the new library was also stuck in place, and there's now the extra thousands of dollars to spend fixing the 60 broken bus shelters in the Shire. The Sunshine Listers started questioning the mayor's intent to use his strong powers when they realized he might have to cut their paychecks to achieve his goal. The second item on the mayor's strong wish list was where he put his main intent to go full YIMBY mode all over his European Inspired SimCity. He ordered the Sunshine Listers to identify real estate opportunities for underutilized assets, including parking lots, which could be transformed into housing. After looking into the problem, the Sunshine Listers determined that the success of the mayor's goal depended on him following the rule of the ward. For instance, the 10-story proposal for another Tower of Sauron in a parking lot would unlikely match his European inspiration or get approved by the Council of Elders. Whereas the reasonable 6-story affordable building proposed by Habitat for Humanity in Ward 2 wouldn't face any delays from the Council of Elders, since it both matches the rule of the ward and the mayor's European inspiration. If only the mayor would follow the rule of the ward, then he wouldn't have to flex his strong mayor powers to build housing, the Sunshine Listers concluded. The third item on the mayor's strong wish list was to complete his desire to restore the scenic view from his office window downtown. His last order to the Sunshine Listers was to investigate the logistics, costs, and processes required to establish a temporary structured encampment site for those currently experiencing homelessness. This proved to be a simple task for the Sunshine Listers, since a community group was already working on that project. All they had to do was talk to Mike on Markalongo Farms to review their tiny homes project for the Shire's homeless. Just like with the earlier items on the mayor's wish list, the Sunshine Listers determined that he didn't need to use his strong powers to achieve this goal. If he simply listened to the people of the Shire and followed the rule of the ward, then he wouldn't need to flex his democracy-destroying strong mayor powers. But for now, the 486 Sunshine Listers will continue to earn their $100,000 a year paychecks while they look for other places to cut spending. Can Carly of Klassen and the Elder Elves do anything about the housing cost crisis? And will the mayor achieve his goals by flexing his strong powers? Stay tuned here to see.
This video is brought to you by brighttutoring.ca. Don't let school get in the way of your education. Book a tutoring session today at brighttutoring.ca.